So what's up, you guys? How you guys doing? Another episode of Brandon Ruckus Podcast. I'm your host, Davon. We about to get into some Hornets, some Rockets. We're gonna talk some basketball. So welcome you guys all to the show, the Brandon Ruckus Podcast. I'm your host, Davon. I want to say thank you everyone who's coming here. It's a growing podcast. We still growing. And I want to say, since we're still growing, do have some technical issues that's going to happen on this show for as far as the audio and video, but it's still going to be a great show. We're going to be talking about the Rockets, going to be talking about the Hornets. So, we're going to get into this. But I want to know, how was you guys this weekend? What do you guys do? How was you guys' week? Olympics going on. They might be done now. Seeing Brown is out there. USA, we did. We got the gold. We already knew we was going to do that. We already know it's going to handle it. Like, when it comes to basketball, these other countries can't mess with us, man. Like, let's be real. We the Kings out here. We the Kings. KANG Z. We the Kings out here when it comes to basketball. But hey, it's funny around Olympic times because people who look like me normally we be like, yo, forget US, forget this patriotic stuff, forget this country. But soon as the Olympics come around, what we doing? We just around like the rest of this country. We got our guns out, we drinking our beer, and we're proud to be American. Yeah, America. Yeah, we get all hyped up for the Olympics, and that's just the beauty of just basketball, the beauty of music, and that's why the beauty of this podcast is gonna bring people together, man. All people from different backgrounds gonna come together just like they came together from sports, they're gonna come together through this podcast. Man, that's why I just love basketball, just love music, and just love creating content like this because it brings people together, like of all backgrounds. We can get around, laugh, joke, compete, but at the end of the day, everyone walk around either smile on their face, might be mad because they disappointed, but be all good times. So, hey, Olympus might came and gone. Another 4 years are gonna come, but hey, right now we got another show going on. That's Brandon Rooks podcast. So yo, let's get into this. Again, I appreciate everyone who's listening to this because I'm not a big podcast yet. I'm still growing, still working out the kinks. But I've been feeling good doing this podcast thing and just creating content again. It just feels good to connect with some of the people I've just been connecting to. Even just seeing some of the like people who's been listening to it, just seeing people in different countries, different states, like, yo, some people's actually check me out. So little things like that, it feels good. If you're on YouTube, leave a comment and share. Just follow me on social media, Davon Ambitious, or just follow Bring the Ruckus Podcast on pretty much all social media. I'm pretty much on every social media. So follow it. I comment on things. It's fun to interact with people. It's fun to have conversations about basketball, music, whatever. And if you disagree with me, I'm cool with that. It's cool just talking sports and music. Some of y'all might got mad about me talking about Ben Simmons about the last episode, but I'm gonna say, especially because I heard something earlier today, Ben Simmons was faking that mental health stuff. And I hate being like that because I'm someone who dealt with mental health a long time. Got family members that deal with mental health too, but yeah, Ben Simmons was on some other stuff. But we ain't talking about the Nets. I'm done talking about the Nets. I don't want to keep talking about them. Ben Simmons gonna be out the league pretty soon anyway, and you're not gonna hear from him. He gonna be a woulda, coulda, shoulda. Hate to be like that, but hey, it is what it is, and I ain't trying to go too much in depth in it. But right now, we're gonna talk about. I was gonna start with the East like I normally do, but you know what? I feel like we're gonna keep it trill over here. You know what I'm talking about? We got to go down to the H town. Hope I don't sound corny saying that. I got love for Houston. You know what I mean? We going there pretty soon. Go there a lot often. Go there pretty much. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about these Houston Rockets. They had a nice little season last year. They won 41-41, perfect 500, and it was kind of crazy because I'm not gonna lie. I hated on the Rockets. I did not think they was gonna do good at all. I did not think Van Vliet and Dylan Brooks is gonna make that much of an impact, but it shows the impact of veteran leadership and just having veterans on a team with a young squad, as well as having a good coach. I mean, he did his thing in Boston. We don't got to talk much about it. He just, a man is gonna be a man. you know, It takes two to tango and everything else. I don't know the whole story. We don't know the whole story, what happened, but you know what? The man was on some freaky stuff. That's all we can say. Whatever he did, he slept with someone. And at the end of the day, he still got a job out of it. So, I mean, whoever leaked that stuff, all I'm going to say about it was kind of grimy and they trying to ruin his character. And overall, hey, he's in a, I'm not going to say a better situation, but hey, he still got his money, still getting paid, and still got a job, and still can provide. Only thing it is messed up is like, he messed up on a bad woman like Nia Long, but you know what? It's no here nor there. We here to talk about basketball. We ain't talking about none of the gossip, messy stuff around here. We just bring the ruckus and keep it real about real basketball and none of that other stuff. So, you know, I hate to be like that, but I gotta talk about it. It's still part of sports. Even the stuff we talk about, we still cover it a little bit. But you got that team looking nice though. You did what Dub was making a redemption, and hopefully the Rockets, they can make a comeback. I will say the Rockets just because Jalen Green. Jalen Green was my Detroit team a little too much, and Detroit just hating on the city, all because he didn't get picked. But I'm glad that's passed, and hopefully we all can move on for that. So yeah, when we'll talk about the Rockets, all right, we're gonna bring up this Rockets team right here. So we look at their roster right now. Dante's a rookie, little center. I'm not gonna talk much about him. Um, McVane, I don't even know who that is. Another rookie, don't really know who that is. Sammy Jr., first year guy, don't know much of him. Aaron Holiday, I don't think he's gonna be back on the team. If he is back on the team, it's not gonna be a real big role. Ahmed Thompson, where I know, second year player now. Well, first year player you can say. No, second year sophomore. I'm tripping. Sophomore year. I think Ahmed is gonna be nice. Him and his brother Cesar, they showed they can play good defense. Pass a little bit. I think the Thompson brothers is actually gonna, I'm not gonna say break out this year, but they're gonna be in the NBA a long time, and they're gonna be probably like the new age, more hard nosed defensive players. I'm not saying they're gonna be super all stars, anything like that, but I can see them being good role players. Being the new set of twins in the NBA. Seems like every little decade we got some type of brothers or some type of family relation. And that's what I was talking about. People talk about nepotism with Brownie and everything. Hey, nepotism happens everywhere. It's not just father and son. Nepotism happens with brothers and sisters and everything else. But anyway, got Jock Land there. I like Jock. I don't know why. I just he's not like a best player like that, but he's a nice little decent backup role player. So then we go back to Jalen Green. Jalen Green, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he's gonna be in the Rockets long term that much. I'll give it no more than 5 years, just because he just on some clown stuff. And no, Rocket fans, y'all can attest to this. I could be just hating on him, but I feel like Jalen Green, he's just not mature enough. And we already know the Rockets, and we're gonna talk about this later on. Do want to get some like veteran players, so I believe he might be on the trading block. All right, moving on. We got Fred Van Vliet. I did not think, like I said earlier, I didn't think he was gonna make that big of an impact as he did. I didn't think he was washed per se, but I didn't think he was of an impact player. I mean, I know he's a 20-point per game player, 5 assists, 6 assists, whatever, but I did not think he was going to change this dynamic of this team as much. And we got to give him props for what he did for this team, this young Rocket team. And I can't say it's all him, but when you look at their roster, he's the one that has a chip. He's the one who was a point guard of a championship team. Point guard, shooting guard. It's him and Lowry. They kind of bossed off, but what I mean. He was a key members of that Toronto team. So his championship experience rubbed off on this young Rockets team. Moving on, Cam Whitmore, second year player again. A lot of people didn't think he'd do good. He fell in the draft, but now this man is actually putting up the buckets on the bench. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be the best or best player either. It's still young, but I do feel like he has a role in the NBA. And we're gonna wait and see what it's gonna be. I do see he's gonna be like a bucket getter, and I hope he can, keep on being that. Tate, Tate, I know about his game, but I can't say much about it, and I kind of think he's an asset that the Rockets will get rid of too. I know he's more of a somewhat of a 3-and-D player, defensive wing player, but I don't know if he's much of a role in their roster. Dylan Brooks coming off from Memphis. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna talk about Dylan Brooks a little bit too. I was hating on him as well because Dylan Brooks just does a lot of clownish stuff. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of goofy things. But talking to my barber one time about Dylan Brooks, you can't hate on him. And you know, like I said, I was hating on him, but sometimes you gotta check yourself. This man played the villain, talked all this stuff, came at LeBron, and Memphis foolishly got rid of him. It was a mistake because now they really looking for that wing player. And of course, he wasn't the best shooter or anything like that, but he still got little buckets. He's almost like Kelly Oubre from the 76ers. Someone that you look at who just play hard nosed defense, you know, pretty good defense. I can't play Oubre in the hard nosed category, but you know he can play a little villain role. And Memphis got rid of him too early because I mean they want to blame all this stuff on like him getting on LeBron, but really, what Brooks what he did was smart. He played that villain role and got himself a contract. He made himself seem bigger than what he is. And you know what? Now he's looked at as this Lance Stevenson. You know, it could just be me, you know, being hated because he's Canadian, but hey, this man can't hit him. He got his bag, doing what he got to do, and he's shown his impact because not just Van Fleet, but Dylan Brooks was a big addition to the team as well. Smith Jr. I like Jabari. I'm not gonna lie. Some in the second year, and he said this himself. You know, he's not being a potential as being the third pick in the 2022 draft pick. But to me, I feel like he's still developing, especially big man. He still got time to develop. He might become a lights out shooter. He did really good in the summer league like a couple years ago. Even though I think it was like last year. Even though summer league don't matter, but still, it just shows his development is there. He can be that person, you know, nice jump shooting wing, nice four who stretch the floor out. So I mean, even though he might think he underperformed, young teams still developing. I'm not gonna be hard on a sophomore player. You know, that's just crazy in my opinion. You still got a long way to go, young fella. So keep on developing, even if it's not with the Rockets. I mean, your future is bright in this league. Just keep on shooting, playing good defense, and you know you'll earn a spot. Nah, their backup center, Steven Adams. I was mad when the Memphis got them because man, they got him for really nothing, and I think his impact is really gonna be shown this upcoming season. He's come healthy. Steven Adams, you gotta remember now, he's a starter on you know championship quality teams like the Thunder. I mean, he was can't say it's contenders, y'all say. I can't say they championship quality. They was contenders. So a healthy Steven Adams come back. He's able to come back being mobile, moving well. That's a great backup for him. Their defense going to improve so much with the addition of Steven Adams. Just hope he can come back healthy, be that backup, and just play hard on his defense. AJ Griffin, man, I didn't even know they had him. That's crazy. They just got him. Got him from the Hawks. I can't remember who they traded him from, but yeah, AJ Griffin and one of them dudes too. They develop him right. He can be a dog. I'm surprised that Hawks got rid of him so fast, but hey, 6'6" wing player, he shoot that three. It's gonna be room for him. Moving on, they got Nate Hilton. Don't know much about him, so I'm not gonna say much about him. Seen they signed him, but you know, not much of a big name. Okay, gotta talk about their rookie. Moving on, Reed Shepard. This Reed Shepard pick is gonna more about. It's just more about the Jalen Green situation. I'm gonna elaborate more about that, but you know, he's a shooter. Rockets could have traded this pick. We all know they want to move up and you know look at players like Brandon Ingram, such and such, and they've been looking at maybe KD as they've been rumored to be. But for them to actually pick Reed Shepard and not trade that pick, that third pick, it's telling. And that's exactly why I think that maybe Jalen Green is out the window. They got a guard, similar built. He's not as athletic, but he's a better shooter. So we see what the future holds. All right, going down, Tyree Easton, nice forward. I'm not gonna say he's gonna take Jabari's spot, but Hey, he used to show some things last year. Like he kind of, I won't say he broke out, but even paying attention to the Rockets, hey, he can be that next Bobby Porter ish type of player. Nice little 6'8", 6'9" ish power forward who can stretch the floor out, play that boogie ball, bully ball, dunk on folks. You know, he can be a nice little pick. They also got other people like Nate Williams. Reggie Bullock is probably not gonna come back. You know, I doubt he will come back, but he is a nice one who can space the floor out. Might also help with them vets with Dylan Brooks. You know, the Van Vliets of the world. Jeff Green, I don't believe he's gonna come back, but if he does, that's still another veteran. I think Boban retired, if I'm not mistaken. But last but not least, I did not skip over him, Shangoon. I just want to talk more about him. I hope they don't get rid of him, but if they get rid of him, I think it's gonna be a minor mistake because I think Shangoon is gonna be cold. Like straight up, I think Shangoon is gonna be. He's gonna be like a mini Joker if they develop him right. The thing is, they just can't give up on it too quick. And I know the Rockets are kind of on this little phrase, trying to rebuild fast or retool, get some veterans in there, get some more proven players. And they should especially be patient when it comes to players like Shangoon, the Parkers of the world, because big men take longer to develop. People like Jalen Green, you kind of see what he is, and I feel like if they get rid of Shaker okay, it'll be, they're gonna get something nice. Say they get rid of Shake Room, hypothetically speaking, they get the KD traded. They even rumored to get KD's gonna be out the league maybe 5 years, 8 years. Sengun is gonna be a beast in a 5 year. Not as good as Joker, but a little baby Joker. He can be like that player. His nickname actually might be Baby Joker, so we keep waiting to see development of Sengun. He's gonna be cold. But let's talk more about Jalen Green. I just feel like the Rockets should just get rid of him now because he's not a player that you can really build on. And this might be low key hating. I just feel like his like maturity and with the culture the Rockets trying to bring in, he's just not gonna be a good fit no matter what. So they try to bring in these more even people like Van Vliet haven't changed him, but I just feel like if they really serious about winning, Van Vliet, I mean not Van Vliet, I'm sorry, Jeff Green, Jalen Green, wow, I can't talk, has to be the sacrificial lamb. Do not get rid of Sengun. It's gonna be hard to find a big man like that. Get rid of Jeff Green for someone. I kind of wish they would have got Donovan Mitchell in a way, yeah, but they get rid of him. Someone maybe like Ingram, but I don't think he'll be right. Maybe Ingram, maybe CJ. Just trade like the Magics for a young guy like Suggs and develop him and have a point guard center combination of Suggs and Sengun if they want to keep on the young route. I don't think the Rockets should trade away all the young guys and get for these big fish type of players or these big veterans, super teams type of thing. Because to me, a lot of super teams don't work out. I think that'd be a mistake. But their mistake will be holding on to Green. And this is just not me hating on him. If you look around the league, you can see a lot of people in his class got their extensions. You see Evan Mobley got his mention, got his extension. Kate Cunningham got his extension. Even people like Franz Wagner got his extension. Scotty Barnes got their extension. So it's not me just hating on him, but it's something to Green not getting his extension. It's just his lack of maturity. If I can see it, if other fans can see it, then I'm pretty sure the front office gonna see it. And to say about his, lack of maturity, it's just he wasn't brought up to be tough. You can see he just was brought up around some goofiness, the stuff that he just been doing. Even like I hate to be like this because it sounds really judgmental. Having different kids, baby mamas, all that stuff, it just shows I'm not a real, not someone who's real man who's disciplined. Like you should be more disciplined to, control your sexual urges, not to have kids just with anybody out there. And I'm not, talking down to anybody. We are man. I'm a man myself, but I don't have that much money as yeah as well. So I don't know. You could be doing crazy stuff with the money, but I just feel like Jalen Green's a goofy dude. I mean, let's be real. He was humping on his roommate. all that type of stuff. And I realized that might be funny to some people, but hey, it's weird to other people. The best to describe, I got a clip before I show to you guys. If y'all ever seen the show Dave, I'm gonna just leave this clip and just say it out there. If anybody, if you're at work, this ain't safe for work. It's a little cussing, little kind of crazy language, but just a little to give y'all a fair warning. But
hey guys, right before you got here, me and Dave were hanging out, and he took a wad of gum and shoved it up my asshole, and I tried to blow bubbles out with a fart.
Relax, man. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
You guys think Giannis is staying in Milwaukee for his whole career?
Oh, he...
Wait. You actually care that we talk like this?
I told you, Gator does not like the gay stuff, so just fucking stop.
Y'all are gay?
No.
Y'all could be homosexual all y'all want, but I ain't trying to hear about no gum and ass. Real shit.
You guys have never seen each other's assholes before?
Oh, no.
No.
Man. What the fuck?
Come on.
Get it? You've never just, like, imagined, like, what Tone's cock could look like.
Y'all crazy.
Just so you guys are aware, he's not meaning sexually in any way. He means, like, in terms of it being, like, fun.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
funny.
No, it's like just it's funny. It's like it's not even like we're not gay. We're just like
Rich, white, and ain't got shit else to do.
rich.
I'm not even that rich.
Okay, cut the shit, Gator. Right now, in your house, you walk in, your whole family's tied up. They got your mom like, ooh, and they say they're gonna spray them all down unless you suck his dick. The guy.
now I know that's more of an extreme case, and it's something to laugh at. Basically, what I'm trying to say is Jalen Green got something to hide. No, I'm just kidding. No, for real, in all seriousness, what I'm trying to say is basically Jalen Green doesn't mean any harm by the stuff he's doing. It's just like goofy stuff. But this is a professional league. You can't do stuff like that. And it might be funny, haha, when you're young, but hey, it's a business, and this is a professional, league. This is a company. There's no need for that type of stuff. So trade Jalen Green to some old rebuilding team, maybe like a team like a Charlotte. Him and LaMelo might be kind of nice together. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, he just need to be gone in my opinion. If they're serious about winning and want to build their culture, then Jalen Green is just too goofy to be on the Rockets. And that might be my so-called hot takes, but I just feel like if the Rockets really want to be serious, move on, build the team they want to, keep Shea Goon, keep Jabari Parker as well. You maybe move into a bench role, but move on from Jalen Green. Get something nice for him. Keep Van Vliet if you want to keep on it, building with that. But maybe trade Jalen Green to like a Memphis team if they really want to rebuild. Get Ja and Jalen Green on teams together. Two immature folks. I'm joking, but no, it would be nice seeing them more of a player like Desmond Bain type of player with that Rockets team, or just a player who's more mature, more want to focus on winning. Maybe they do something crazy and trade him to a team like a Thunder and get someone like Dort or something. Just one of them hard-nosed dude, defensive dude who's gonna play, switch off defenders with Van Vliet. And Van Vliet come from a defensive team with Toronto. When they won that championship, they was a defensive team led with Kawhi Leonard. So Van Vliet is gonna be preaching that. And someone who's immature like Green, they're gonna be like, I'm not trying to hear that. I'm trying to mess around and hump on my roommates. I want to hump on my roommates. That's what I'm trying to get down. I'm joking, but you know what I mean. But hey, trim to the Hornets. And speaking to the Hornets, moving on, I want to talk about the Hornets as well. So we'll get back to that on this next segment. I'm back. We'll talk about this Charlotte Hornets. So I want to talk about the Hornets. They're in a spot where I think they're gonna surprise a lot of people. They just drafted the real rookie. Let's look at their roster real quick because I forgot exactly who they drafted. I want to see is that one dude. What his name? I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's like Taijin Saloon, but yeah. All right, yeah. We look at their roster. But they got the rookie, Taijin Saloon. I always think, for some reason, in my mind, maybe because I was playing 2K too much, in my mind, I always feel like they drafted Castle. And I don't know why, but I keep on thinking that they drafted Castle. Okay, let's move on. I think their rookie is hard to say he's gonna be a rookie, but he's not in a weird predicament. When we look at him, he's a forward. He's probably just gonna be shooting their thing. Well, they got other forwards too when they drafted Brandon Miller and re-signed Miles Bridges. We're gonna talk all about that. KJ Simpson, another guard. Miles Bridges, I mean, he's right on there, so we might as well talk about him. I don't know. I don't have no feeling about how they brought him back. I mean, I don't want to get in too much about what he did. What he did, of course, was wrong. I don't believe into abusing women. I actually believe in treating women right. And men, as men, we gotta do better. A lot of times, it's not just Miles Bridges, but a lot of us men out here, we treat women wrong. We just act like they're just our objects, whether sexual, physical, and it's just not cool. It's just something that's been ingrained in society. Is just be sexist. That's how it is. Be manly. That's masculine. We're really, in my opinion, that's being cowardly. It's like we know men are stronger than women and such say. And I ain't saying this, women don't jump down my throat. I'm just talking about physically strong. So why do you want to beat down or something like that? And we know that this side society is more for men. So why you don't want to try to be a better person and be more for women? And also, I might go on a little rant right now, but it's like all these dudes out here, they just want to talk tough about women and all this stuff. It's just weird to me because if you want to be with a woman, why not treat her right? Like, it's just, it's weird to me. Dudes be like, oh, you simping, you simping. Like, I ain't trying to be with no dude. This ain't no homophobic and no stuff like that, but I ain't trying to be no dude. So, yeah, I'm gonna treat this woman right. Like, she got what I want. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It ain't just all sexual, but her energy, that feminine energy is like, opposite attract. I want that. So why I wanna be mean and treat her wrong? I'm gonna treat you right for that way. We connect, we intertwine, we got the yin and yang, our energies are flowing together. We match and building something together. But I feel like a lot of men, not just talking about Miles Bridges, they get caught up in this over ego, this over masculinity thing. They go out doing these things, the women treating them wrong, and then you end up in these situations where, hey, he low key did lose a lot of money, but Hornets re-signed him. I don't. It's not my call to say it was a good sign or not. They might trade him later on, but hey, to the end of the day, he got his bag. He's still a good basketball player. I'm not gonna act like he's not. And he did pay his debt to society, so you know it is what it is. We can't say much about it. It was the Hornets' decision. If they trade him, it's theirs as well. Hey, they could have let him walk, but another team would have picked him up. So they probably was like, "Hey, we're gonna sign you for this, but we're gonna flip you later on." So only time will tell. I know he does look good on the team with LaMelo for them lives if LaMelo's healthy, but hey, like I said, we're gonna get to see what's gonna happen. But speaking of LaMelo, he's on the roster. We're gonna talk about him. Like I said before, if he's healthy, it's gonna be great. 6'7" guard, 180. Love watching LaMelo ball out. That's kind of weird to say LaMelo ball, but I love seeing LaMelo ball when he actually ball out and he just stroking, shooting them three from deep. Like LaMelo is a dope player. He's actually really fun to watch. If you ever watch him the Hornets games when he's healthy, his passing vision is real nice. He does a lot of tricky kind of Steve Nash's pass sometimes, but hey, if LaMelo is healthy, he's gonna be a really nice player in this league. It's just that he's got to be healthy. He's got to work on his defense as well. The best thing right now is him being consistent. Grant Williams, he looked good on Hornets. It was kind of crazy how him and PJ Tucker swap places. They both kind of did their thing on there. But I do feel like culture wise, Grant Williams might be someone who might not be good fit as well. Just because he didn't fit in with Luke and all them. And it could just been Dallas being bad, but it's kind of a red flag. Okay, Nick Richards. I like Nick Richards, but looking at some things from Hornets and their fan base, I feel like a lot of fans ain't liking Nick Richards. I feel like he's a player that people are looking at. It's like they love hate relationship. Some people like him. Some people's like, hey, you need to go. But I feel like he's still developing too. He's 26 years old. It's kind of older, but he's a 4-year player out of Kentucky. Still, big man. Like I said, take a while to develop. So I wouldn't give up on him as much, but I feel like fans could be giving too much energy into him. You might feel like he's more than what he is. To me, he's just a backup center who can protect the paint a little bit. Looking at him more like Mitchell Robinson type. Mitchell Robinson, he stays hurt as well, but he's someone who should play more of a backup center position more than a starting position. Someone who can play starting minutes. Don't get me wrong, hold it down, but it's a difference between holding it down and actually, maintaining that joint. Moving on, someone who should be maintaining. I know fans hope he's still healthy, but he haven't played much games. Mark Williams, and I think Mark Williams, what the games I have seen about him, he looked good, but it's about being healthy. Second year player out of Duke, another 7-footer, 240 pounds, rim runner, rim protector, but he just gotta stay healthy. So until he stay healthy, it's not much of the evaluation got put on him. He only played a couple games. I can't remember the exact number, but if he stays healthy and they get their team together, Hornets gonna be a team to be a sleeper team. They just all about them developing, man. Like I see the potential in the Hornets, but they just not reaching there, and it's sad because it's all about LaMelo. It's all about where he takes them, and since he's been hurt, the team's been hurt. A lot of people ain't looking at them, and they're not bad enough. People's laughing at them, but they've been pretty bad. Nick Smith Jr. Don't know much about him, but I know he's been holding it down for the Hornets. But moving on to Josh Green, Dallas traded a good player, and he might break out with the Hornets. I'm gonna just say that right now. I know a lot of Hornets are excited about him, but look, he come from a winning championship team, not a championship team, but a contender team. He's gonna bring that energy. Hopefully, he's gonna bring that raw defense, 3-and-D. He's gonna be perfect on me. He's gonna be perfect when they want to move on from a player like Miles Bridges, when they can have that wing player with Paul George Jr., Brandon Miller. I'm saying Paul George Jr. for a reason. And then have someone like a Danny Green with Josh Green. Not trying to make fun of, I know their names the same, but, he could be that Danny Green type of player. So, patience in Josh Green. He still can develop a little bit more. What is he, 4-year player? He's still a little older, but he's 23 years old. He still can develop into that nice 3-and-D player that, hey, let him play shooting guard with LaMelo playing point. Come on, y'all. He can do some damage for real. Moving on, Cody Martin. I feel like Cody Martin gonna be gone, to be honest. He's not doing what Caleb Martin does in here and on the Heat, so nice little somewhat veteran player, 5 years. That's not necessarily veteran, but I don't know. He's just not the same player as Caleb. So I feel like he's someone asset they probably move on. Who's this rookie? Malik. I don't know much about him, so I can't say much about him. Trey Mann they got from OKC. I feel like maybe OKC he didn't get much playing time on. So I mean he could not necessarily break out, but just show a little bit more of what he is. Alright, moving on to Brandon Miller, man. I like Brandon Miller. I mean his cocky attitude I still like. The fact that he look at Paul George as a mentor, someone he wants to be like. If Brandon Miller can reach his potential, I think he's gonna be a star in this league, and I really believe he's gonna be like that. I mean, he plays a lot like Paul George, this nice little tall 6'7" wing player. He get a little taller, he definitely gonna be like playoff P. Shoot that thing, post up and block, post up and dunk on you. So I mean, hey, this team has so much potential. It's just all about reaching it, and it's crazy because they was my sleeper team last year. And now this year, I think they still gonna be a sleeper team. It's just all about them putting it all together. And I don't think a lot of people realize how nice the Hornets can be if they just get this team together. And they might get this team together with new coach Charles Lee. Before we talk about Charles Lee, we still gotta talk about more about this roster. Steph Curry, not much. But a new signing, they just got Taj Gibson. It's the same thing I'm talking about the Rockets. Bringing on that veteran leadership. He's going to try to bring a championship culture to that team. And I know he doesn't have a championship, but you think about Taj Gibson played on some nice teams like the Bulls team with Derrick Rose. He could bring in, hey, yeah, hey, Melo, I know how it was. Derrick Rose, when he had all them injuries, we had to go through it to the team. As a leader, you got to do this, that, and other, and whoop, 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 whoop. So he can bring them type of conversations. Hey, Williams, you gotta lock in. You gotta play this type of defense. Hey, don't move this way, move that way. That type of thing. Brandon Miller getting his head. Hey, man, attack this. Don't try to just dunk on everybody. That's how Rose got hit. Work on your shot. Little things like that. That's what these veterans gonna play. Bring to the team. So Charlotte is in for not necessarily a breakout season, but it's gonna be breakout for those who haven't been paying attention. I ain't gonna front like I've been paying attention the most, and I'm just like the most Charlotte Hornets fan, but I haven't paid attention a little bit, and I just feel like they always been my sleeper team. It's all about where LaMelo bring them. If LaMelo can stay healthy, I can see them being a good play-in team, and it's gonna surprise a lot of people, especially to make some trades down the line. If they get them a nice little center, they could get someone like Capella and have to worry about Mark Williams so much. They can trade Miles Bridges for Capella and just get anyone to play like this power forward. Anybody can stretch the floor for now. And then you imagine a team of Capella, ex power forward, Miller, Green, and then a healthy Melo. Come on, they can do some damage. That's nice defensive switching team, can still shoot three. They can be a nice squad. Like I said, it's all about health and development of LaMelo Ball. I just hope that the Miles Bridges, because they did sign him for a big kind of contract, 3 years, 27 mil, roughly. I just hope the Bridges thing don't set him back. But if they trade him, get a nice piece, I can see him doing something with it. But even if they keep him, he's still a nice player. But I just feel like culturally, it's the same. It's almost like that's why I love doing this podcast, man. We bring the ruckus here because a lot of these teams that I have side by side, they have parallel problems. It's the same with Jalen Green with Bridges. On my previous episode, I talked about how the Nets and Warriors, they both kind of rebuild, one got to retool. It's the same type of things, but when you look at the Rockets, they got an immature player in Jalen Green. We look at the Hornets, they got an immature player in Miles Bridges. And when you look at these immature players, no matter how talented they are, they can be really nice, really talented. They can be LeBron James type of talent. But they don't have that mindset, and they don't have that, maturity that you bring culturally to the team. You're not going to win a championship. You're just going to be in purgatory. We see it time after time after time. You got to be locked in mentally to be a champion. I mean, you think Kobe was childish? Kobe was the most mature player out there. He was out there stone faced. Yeah, we gonna get this done. I just watched the video of him talking. Job not finished. Yeah, we up 2-0. We not finished. We look at other immature players, and I hate to just throw shots at him, but he's just someone that came to my mind. Dwight Howard. People talk about him being immature. I don't know why it's that way through my mind because he's during the Kobe's finals in 2009. People talk about Dwight Howard being too childish, smiling all the time, being too goofy. And there's nothing wrong with smiling. Hey, y'all see us smile. But when it's time to lock in, you got to be, forget all this goofy stuff. I'm locked in. We about to win this championship. You can't have a player like that on your team. And I know some of y'all gonna kill me. Oh, Dwight won the championship. But hey, who do you have to team up with? LeBron. So don't try to act like, you can't be too goofy. Ain't nobody who was goofy won a championship. Baby Seth Curry, he ain't goofy. Yeah, he might smile and shivy, but guess what? When Curry lock in, he's biting on that mouth guard. Curry's a dog. You can't be a puppy and get a championship. It just don't work like that. So, culture-wise, same as the Rockets. I feel like Miles Bridges, man, you a Michigan dude. Nice player. But culture wise, they just gotta move on from that. And like players gonna talk on you and your baby mama still good, this, that, and other. Like just get rid of them. Like move Jalen Green and move Miles Bridges to a team like the Nets who's rebuilding, who they can just run around and do whatever, get their value up. Because honestly, they're not gonna do nothing for the teams they're on right now. If you're seriously about winning, then that goofy stuff is not gonna fly at all. Y'all name me one player who was just goofy, laughing, joking all the time, not locked in seriously, having problems. Who won? Maybe Rodman was the only one, but even Rodman was still locked in. Like he might did his stuff. Hey, he's an anomaly. He might did his stuff, but that boy still came play hard on the court. You can't say that Rodman was a goofball on that court. Like he might do some crazy weird stuff, dye his hair, wear dresses, a wig, and all that stuff. Even then, that's psychological warfare. Like he's back there in the '90s playing this, kind of suspect guy. We know what he's doing. I might be contradicting myself too when I think about it, because Jalen Green be doing some suspect stuff too. But no, his stuff was more goofy. Dennis Rodman was just a partier. I ain't contradicting myself. Dennis Rodman was more like a, a rock star partier. But he did this stuff kind of suspect. You know what he did? Mess with them people's mind. Y'all seen the clip of Lonzo Mourning? Like, man, you crazy? Get the dude away from me, man. I'll play that joint. Like, yeah, got in your head. It did. Got all them rebounds and stuff. Helped Jordan get them 6 rings. People talk about Jordan a lot, but hey, he had a squad like Rodman, Pittman, and all them other dudes, Ron Harper's, was hard nosed, protecting them. So, I might go on a little rant, but all I'm saying is, if Miles Bridges is too goofy to be culturally on the team, and Charlotte's fan, let me know how y'all feel about that. But he did his dirt, he did his crime, paid the time, but overall, if you want to build a culture on your team, a winning culture, you can't have too much goofy dudes on your team. And just people with just bad energy anyway. That lack of maturity. Like, I know we dealing with young men. Trust me, I was a young man myself. I'm still young myself. But when we talk about professionalism and just winning culture, just some things you can't have in the locker room. Even people, when you look in the past, like Rasheed Wallace, the Zebo, the Jermaine O'Neal type of Jailblazers, they gave that name Jailblazers, but guess what? On that court, they played hard. They killed Jailblazers because they was playing hardcore basketball. There's no team in the NBA who had just super immature players, people who's not focused. They had winning basketball. But I just leave y'all with that. I'll let you know what you think. That's also right now, and I want to say, continue to grow. I think everyone who's watching this, if you like what I'm saying, follow me on all platforms. BrandonRuckus.com. I'm about to say BrandonRuckus.com. Lord, Brandon Ruckus on all social medias. Follow me on Devon Ambitious on all social medias. There's DEVON Ambitious. And yeah, this was fun. I'll keep on bringing the records. I could have went on and on talking about this, but you know what? Keep this episode short until we keep growing. The more we grow, the more we're gonna be talking about this basketball jump, talk about this music, and we're gonna keep on bringing them the records. So again, I appreciate everyone listening to this. It's a growing podcast, But hey, like I said at the beginning of the show, I'm a working man. I gotta go up and get up ready for work, get things going. I enjoy talking about these two teams. I want to talk about them more, but hey, again, appreciate you all listening. Check me out. This was fun. Again, I'm Brandon Ruckus. Peace, y'all.